Okay, so that was the first part. Okay, that was the first part of our, the reason why I started with product and with quoting is it empowers you knowing that you can quote somebody. And then hopefully you wrote an app on yourself, or you're going to write an app on yourself. You need to do that, okay? Even if it's an accident only, which you need a health insurance license to do, you need to do it, man. There's something about your own attitude and mindset that gets enhanced when you can do that yourself. So I'm going to open it up if anyone's got any questions. We're going to get into the sales process.
All participants are unmuted.
Any questions? Okay. You can also chat me
All
up here.
participants are muted, and they can unmute themselves.
All right, man. So let's talk about sales. The sales process begins with the phone call. Okay, so here's the 4 basics of selling. Number 1, actually, I'm sorry. The 4 basics of selling, it starts with leads, who you're going to sell to. We're going to talk about that later. Phone call. Number 3, show them the insurance plan. And number 4, the follow-up. Follow through. Make sure the policy gets placed. Probably should have done this at the beginning. Okay. So I'll talk about leads later, but I'm going to focus here on the phone call process, right? I've got a video on calling leads that I did so I'm gonna refer to that video because it's a very simple process that, you just got to get on the phone and do it. Okay, now, and you'll notice on the video that I don't have any fancy comebacks. I tried 1 or 2, but look, you are just trying to find the nice people who someone did not sit down with already, or even if they sat down with them, didn't give them the right information. The mindset. So let's go over mindset attitude. There's some really good stuff down here. These people need help. These people that send in these forms, they need help. So what some agents do is they write on the top, "Help me." Okay, and that's the way I think about leads. I think about people that need my help. I don't put pressure on me because they need my help, but they don't know that they need my help sometimes, and then they blow me off on the phone. I don't let that get me down. I just go out there and I dial. I'm just looking for the nice people who want to book appointments with me. Okay? That's all I'm looking for. I just want to find someone who wants to sit down with me and take care of their situation. Okay? So that video, I go through it's 5-week-old to 5-month-old leads, like old leads, right? And then, all I'm trying to do is find the nice ones that will let me sit down with them. My phone call is very simple. It starts off trying to validate the information on the form, okay? So I don't know. I didn't think I was going to do this, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try dialing someone right now. Look, if it happens, I don't want this to take forever. Okay. Really, Patrick? Huh. Okay. Okay, so whatever happens, happens. I don't care. What I care about is that if they pick up the phone, I'm going to see if they need some help, right? So I'm going to call this person on this mortgage protection lead. Okay, this is an old lead. So this is 4353. This is not an actor. Let's see if this works. Oh my gosh. I should be nervous, right? Because I'm in front of you and I could fail or I could succeed. But in my opinion, because I'm dialing, I'm succeeding. Whatever happens, happens. Do you understand? Like, my objective is not to impress you that I'm a great phone dialer, or a great appointment booker. All I can do is dial the dadgum phone. Let's see if she's home.
The number you dialed is not a working number. Please check the
Oh.
number and dial again. El número que marcó no
I thought
está
that was a 6. It's an 8. So you got to like read the lead. 444. Okay. All I'm doing is seeing if she wants me to come over and help her out.
Reach the voicemail box of 61435.
Okay. So our deal is we can't get a hold of them. We dial them again. And like when I look at the lead, I'm going, Lord, let me help this person. If you want me to help this person, let them answer
The
the phone.
voicemail box of 61435344448.
It goes right into the voicemail. I'm going to try one more time. The rule is you dial it 3 times. Lord, let me help this person. If it's your will. I mean, really, I do pray. I pray over my leads. Hello? Anita? Hello, Anita? Hello, Anita, can you hear me? Hello, Anita? You there? I'll try you one more time. Maybe we got a bad connection. That was weird. It picked up. Dial number 4. Man, it didn't hang up long enough. Someone picked up. So this is dial number 4. This counts as 4 dials. Hello, Anita?
Hello!
Hello, Anita. Are you there?
Who is this?
Hi, Anita. My name's Alex. I'm with the Mortgage Protection Department. Remember you filling out that form and sending it in to us looking for some mortgage protection insurance? My job is to just Yeah.
I have it.
Oh, now did you get the kind that gets you your money back at the end? Okay, she hung up. So she hung up. She got already. Whatever. Okay, now I'm like, well, heck, I'm going to book a dadgum appointment. So let's get this other person. Remember, they're old leads, so the reason why I pick old leads, I want to show you how they shut me down. I hope that's the number. Okay, now I'm getting competitive. I'm going to book you a dadgum appointment. Oh, man, I don't want to take all your time up. 921,000. This is interesting. I actually was not planning on doing this because it could take time to get someone to pick up and so on. I did get someone to pick up. Notice the 4th dial, she picked up. Was it the 5th?
Your call has been forwarded.
Okay. So I'm going to dial that number again. Give it a couple beats. 921,000 mortgage. This guy's born 1946. And I really don't care about any of that. All I care about is this person needs help. Lord, help me help this person. And then whatever, right? You also put a work number. Oh, that's a 7. I might have got. That's a 7-4. It helps when you type in the correct phone number. I swear. 874. Sometimes it's just a difference of a number. Crap. I want us to be quick. Okay, I'm going to dial it again. The correct number this time. So this is dial number 2. Again, I could be nervous, but I don't care. I'm not. But even if you're nervous, look how easy it is. You dial the phone. How hard is that?
Good morning, Lou Griffin.
Hey, Lou. How you doing? This is Alex.
Alex.
Hey, I'm with the Mortgage Protection Department, Lou. I got this form you sent in for you and Janet, looking for some protection on that state bank and trust mortgage of $921,000. My job is just to verify that I'm talking to the right person, Lou. I got your birth date here is March 26, 1946. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, cool. And then I have your height and weight here as 6'3", 230.
That's about right. A little taller than that, about the right weight.
Okay. All right. Maybe it was your wife that filled this out. Oh, it looks like maybe it might be Janet. Anyway. All right. Now I have Janet's birth date is 12/27, 1958. Oh, wow. She just had a birthday. Is it 21 or 27?
12/21.
12/21. All right. Cool. And I have her height and weight is 5'4", 140. Is that about right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I show you both as non-smokers.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Now I've got your address here is 2737 Colt Neck Road in Blacklick.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Now the $921,000 mortgage, were you like going to pay that off like earlier than 30 years or 20 years? What was your game plan on how long you were going to keep that?
I'll probably sell the house in probably 7 years.
7 years? Okay. All right, cool. Well, Lou, my simple job is to get this information to you. They have me working out there in Blacklick tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. When are you typically available? I can be out there probably about between 3 and 5 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, or it could be, say, between 6 and 8 on Monday night, which might be...
You're a hustler. What brokerage do you work for?
I work for AIG. I work for Mutual of Omaha, Transamerica.
Now, those are companies you represent. What broker do you work for?
I'm with National...
Are you the own broker or you work for?
Yeah, Abuyuan Financial Group is my company. So it's abuyuanfinancial.com.
Okay. This is not a group offer.
No, this is...
And I'll be real front with you. I sell life insurance and I represent the same company you're representing.
Oh.
And I thought this was a group. I was interested in seeing what would be offered on a group plan, someone my age.
I got you.
And so, no, life insurance is a great business. So is this your own brokerage?
Yeah, I got Abuyuan Financial Group is my company, and we work mortgage leads and final expense leads and so on and stuff like that. You still in the business?
Yeah, I've got an insurance agency on Mill Street in Gahanna.
Oh, that's cool.
And a brokerage house as well.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Good stuff. Well,
It is good stuff.
good deal. Well, you're in the right business, man. I love it. It's been great for me and my family. So,
yeah, well, stay on the life insurance side of it. I don't know about the mortgage leads, but stay on the life insurance side of it. Property and casualty grass is green over there and excellent renewals, but only a few can go do that and keep the tentacles of service off your back.
Man, I'm with you on that 100%, man. I've been doing this 18 years, so you've been in it longer than me, probably.
Yep.
All right, Lou.
But anyway, well, I'm sorry I wasted your time.
Oh, no, never a waste, man. My job is to help people, so you know how that is, right?
Sure.
All right, man.
So,
Yeah.
hang in there.
Okay. God bless you, man. Take care. Bye now.
Okay. Thank you. Bye now.
Okay. So what? My job is to help people. He was an insurance agent. Okay, so here's why they're probably looking to get into group. Is his health sucks, and he's older, and he's just trying to get into a group insurance plan so that he can kind of get wrapped up into, so anyway, 921,000. That's pretty good. You are the man. No, I'm not. I serve. Okay, well, how hard was that dialing the phone? He picked up. Did he pick up like on the second dial? The second time I dialed that number, the right number, right? So that's why you got to do it more than once. Okay, now I'm like, I'm going to book me an appointment. Okay. See, you got to be relentless. 919. I was not planning on running appointments tomorrow. 86. Because it's snowing and stuff like that. But you know what? I need to go serve somebody. Do I need to write insurance? I need to serve somebody. I'm serving you by doing this. If it means helping somebody out, then it's me, man. I'm helping them. That might be the wrong number because that 2 looks like a 1. Man, it's a 919 area code. That's a North Carolina phone number. Let me try to see if it's that other number. Sometimes, you got to read the numbers, and sometimes you have to guess sometimes. So I'm going to try that 2. I'm going to try that 2 as a 1. I can't help myself. I got to book something. Okay, it's not dialing. So that 1 could really be a 2.
Please leave your message for 919812864.
Oh. Dadgummit. I dialed the wrong number again. 813. It works better when you're not doing a boot camp in front of everybody. And I can't see my numbers.
Your call has been forwarded to an
I'm going to try the other number. This is the mundaneness of dialing. Actually, this part of the business just drives me crazy because I'm so bored when I do this. It's actually more fun doing it in front of you because I'm doing something, I'm talking to you. Otherwise, I'd be just sitting there surfing the internet or something. See, I was not planning on taking this time because it could take, it could be 30 minutes till I book an appointment of dialing. It could be 45 minutes. It could be the next 10 minutes. The point is...
The text now subscriber you are trying to reach is not available. Please.
Okay, let me go back to the other one. So this is kind of the game, is I'm going to dial the right number, and then I'm going to dial it multiple times. Get them to pick up the dadgum phone. That's one thing about this business. You can't make them pick up the phone. Man, I'm going to dadgum dial it again. I'm not harassing. Golly, man, I gotta dial. See, when I get in the mode, I can't stop. It's like a drug. I don't know about you, but this just really gets me. I was a basketball player all my life and tennis player. So I had this like competitive urge. It just, this dialing the phone gets that in me going. And
Your call has been forwarded to an
okay, I don't ever leave messages, by the way. I'm covering somebody, man. I am covering somebody. I'm going to take care of somebody. Because they need help. Lord, let me help this person. It's up to you. It's not your will, not my will, but yours. Katrina and Tiffany. See if they're home. Okay, I'm going to dial it again. They need help, man. They need my help. I'm the only one separating them from financial security. So this is where I like open up and reveal my Superman-ness. Like your heroes out there, when you're calling helping these people, man, that's kind of the hero thing. This is weird because I'm documenting how I think about this. I don't know if it's helping you. Okay, there's another number on here. I'm gonna try this one more time. 3 times, man. 3 times the rule. I mean, you saw the first 2 that they picked up the phone. Man, I gotta help somebody. It says on here disabled. Let's see if I can help a disabled person. You know what? Their mortgage isn't that much. It doesn't matter. It's like a $28,000 mortgage. But I don't care how much the mortgage is. It could be $921,000 or it could be $28,474. It could be a trailer. But I'm helping them because that trailer is what puts a roof over their head. So I'm going to try Tiffany. Lord, let me help them. Yeah, we still got people on here. Wow, 20 people. This is kind of where everyone freaks out. Oh, can I make a dial? Oh, I'm nervous. It's like, man, go just dial physically, pump the numbers. That's all you're doing. Okay, so I go to recent and I click. This is how hard it is. Come on, I'm rooting for you. Let me help you. Let me help you. Pick up the phone. Let me help you. I've got 15 companies. I've got all these products. I got the app on my phone. I can run a rate. I'll learn how to do an e-app. Ah! Okay, 2 times, 3rd time. You know, 3rd time's a charm. The rule is 3 times in a row, baby. I'm so bored. So I cut all this part out of my video. I should actually be more low key. But I actually worked with that dude that picked up the phone with the $921,000 mortgage. Okay.
You have reached the voicemail box.
I don't leave messages. Let's try James. Trisha and James. Lord, let me help them. Dialed it. Can you do that 250 times a week? Just dialing the phone? Come on. I'm rooting for you. Our biggest hit rate for dialing is between 8 and 10 on Saturdays. Yeah, it's like 11. But we still get a hold of people, but like it seems like the highest pickup rate is between 8 and 10 in the morning. Third time. I need to probably wait a little bit longer before I dial. Now, what happens is they get curious because they see my number hitting them 3 times. They'll call me back. Even probably during this boot camp, they could call me back. Okay. Man. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna. I gotta help somebody, man. Time is it? How am I doing this? Come on, man. Lord, let me help Kenneth.
Hello?
Hello, Ken?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Ken. This is Alex. I'm with the Mortgage Protection Department. And I got that form that you filled out looking for some information on mortgage protection insurance. I just want to make sure that I verify all this information that you put on here. I got your birth date as March 16th, 1978. Is that right?
Yeah, what is this about again? I'm sorry.
Yeah. You filled out, I'm from the Mortgage Protection Department. Remember your mortgage with Citizens Bank for $67,640? You filled out a form. You actually signed it with your Kenneth J. Hughes Jr., right? And you put this information on here. I guess you were looking for mortgage protection insurance. So I just wanted to verify the information you wrote down here. Again, it's March 16th.
I think it was just asking me if I wanted like some more information on it, right?
Yeah, that's
I'm just kind of curious about it.
yeah, that's my job. I'll get you this information. I got a stack of these, so I'm just kind of working through them right now. Now, is that your birthday, March 16th, 78?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And I got your height as 5'10", 205.
Correct.
Okay, and it shows that you're a non-smoker.
Right.
Okay, and your address here, 314 Shadbush Drive in Blacklick.
Correct.
Okay, cool. And the loan amount, the $67,640, was that, you just going to keep that as a 30-year mortgage, or were you planning on paying that off earlier?
I mean, at this point, it's going to stay at 30 year. I don't know.
Okay.
Circumstances change the next
I know, man.
years, but today, if you ask me, yeah.
That's cool. That's cool, man. Okay, so by the way, there's no like spouse or co-borrower on here. Who is going to be your like beneficiary? Like if you died, who would you want the house to go to or the mortgage paid off for? Did you have anyone specific in mind? Girlfriend, parents, spouse, children, dog, cat?
I'm recently divorced, and my kids are pretty young right now, so I'm not quite sure how I would handle that.
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. Well, and the other feature about this program too is that if you can't work, that we pay your mortgage. Like if you come disabled, we pay your mortgage for you. So, for someone like you, that might, I don't know, that might work. But anyway, my job, Ken, is to get this information to you. It takes only about 15, 20 minutes. And they have me working out in Blacklick Sunday afternoon, evening, and Monday. Do you typically like work during the daytime, or are you going to be around Sunday afternoon, like say between 3 and 5 p.m.? Swing by. It's only...
Yeah,
I actually have my kids. Are you talking about tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, I have some stuff going on with my kids tomorrow.
Oh, that's cool. How about Monday night between 6 and 8? Are you going to be back home from work?
Well, that's New Year's Day, right?
Oh, you know what?
New Year's Day.
I have no clue, man. Like, these holidays are just kind of running. Like I said, it's only about...
I'm with you.
I know, man. It's like 15, 20 minutes. I mean, I can pop up there and, get this information to you and then get home. It's like in the evening, like between 6 and 8, and then...
Yeah, so New Year's Day, I'm supposed to be going over to some family's house.
Oh.
I'm not sure what time I'll actually be back on New Year's Day.
All right. How about...
So...
what time do you get back from work on Tuesday?
I'm normally off work around about 5:30. Yeah, about 5:30.
Okay. I could probably swing by between 6 and 7 on Tuesday.
Okay.
And then, I'll run this information and then you can do whatever you want with it. All right?
Okay.
Okay, Ken. All right, man. All right. Hey, enjoy football. All right, brother.
Yeah, that's right.
Take care, man.
Right.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. That wasn't that good. But the point, he's not a paid actor, by the way. The point is, Ken is single. So I just want to make sure, he's divorced, he's got kids. It's like, I'm gonna sell him something that he wants and needs, but I'm not gonna sell him something that he doesn't want or doesn't need. But when there's a single person on the lead, now this is good, this happened with a single person on this lead, is I want to know who the beneficiary is. Because if he says, well, I don't know, I just got a divorce, my kids are pretty young. Okay, that's cool. Well, listen, we got some disability programs. So like if you become disabled, but I just got to drop this information off to you. I'm not selling over the phone, but I'm just kind of teasing him with a little bit, like maybe, So he's born in 1978, so he's younger, but he's got kids. And then my job is to come over there. So, I could have pushed New Year's Day, but it's like, you know what? Look, what time do you get home? Well, 5:30. Okay, cool. I can be there between 6 and 7. Takes only about 15 minutes. Awesome. You know what? What's awesome is I said, Lord, let me help somebody today. And Lord answered my prayer. He said, okay, well, why don't you help this Ken guy and go out there and serve this guy? So what if Ken no-shows me? You know what? If Ken no-shows me, that's okay, because I did what I told God that I want to do, help somebody. If he no-shows, that's up to him. But I'm doing what God wants me to do, which is go help people. So he blesses me because I made the attempt. I'm going to drive an hour. Blacklick's about an hour and a half from me. God knows why I'm calling old leads out an hour and a half from me. Because I'm on here serving you. So if I'm serving you, I'm calling to show you how simple a phone call is so I can go serve someone, because that's my mode, man. I got to serve someone. It's like Andy Albright. He's got to serve somebody. So when you think about it, how many dials did I make? Did someone track how many dials? Amen, brother. Amen, yeah. I don't know how many. I think that if I had to estimate maybe 15 dials, right? I talked to maybe 3 people, and I booked 1, right? Does that sound right? Like, chat at me. It's like 15, talked to maybe 3 people, booked 1 appointment, And then if I book 3 appointments, I'm going to sit with 2 people, I'm going to close 1. And the average premium per home is about $1,000. Like, do you see how kind of the numbers, boom, boom, boom? Okay, so let's break down what I did. Number 1, what I did was I wasn't going to stop until I talked to somebody, man. Do you know how that is? I crossed someone off, right? Because, Lou was an insurance agent. He just wanted to see if he can get a group plan. But I crossed him off my list. I found out that he wasn't interested. I found someone who already took care of it. I couldn't turn her around because she hung up on me. Like, maybe I would call her back and stuff, and I would try some slick thing. But you know what? I'm just looking for the Kens. Was it Ken? I want to find the Ken who said, yeah, come on over. The hardest thing I did was this. You know what? I was not planning on dialing. I was just going to teach you, this is how you dial. So that was kind of cool. God is great all the time. Okay, so let's break that down. Notice how I changed my voice inflection when Ken answered, right? Because Ken, like Lou, okay, so let me tell you kind of stuff I do naturally. I don't know if I can teach this to you per se, but you got to do it yourself. So Lou said, yeah, hey, this is Lou. He sounded nice. He sounded like a nice guy. He's a sales guy. So he's going to come off being that relatable kind of guy. So I was trying to be, hey, Lou. And then he responded back, hey, like we're best friends. That's a technique. Okay, I listened to them, and then I utilized my relatability technique. And, okay, so now when Ken answered, notice, this is all NLP, by the way, Brandon. I know Brandon's into the NLP thing now. Victory. Victory is dialing. Victory is dialing the phone. Booking an appointment is the result of the victorious thing I did, which was go attempt to help people by dialing the phone. So that's how I rate victory. You got me? Yeah. So notice when Ken answered, hello, I didn't go, hey, Ken. I didn't do that. I said, Ken? Hello, Ken? It was like real laid back. Like you noticed, I just pulled it in, reined it in, and just laid back. And then he kind of said, well, what is this? I go, well, I told him what it was. Answer this question. I just need to verify. How I did it is how I do it. And then I found times that he was available. I'd say it's only going to take about 15, 20 minutes, but Alex's appointment can take an hour and a half, as evidenced by the e-app that you went through. Yeah, I know. The information exchange is about 15 minutes. My giving him the information and finding out about him, that first part of the ATM is about 15 minutes. It's their fault that they extend it from 15 minutes to an hour and a half. It's their fault because they want something. They need something. It's like, okay, I'll stay here longer and help you. I mean, I'm being facetious, right? But that's the point. I'm not lying to them because the exchange of information, the delivery is about 15, 20 minutes. Now, he chooses whether or not it takes an hour and a half. And so he's born in 78, so he's younger. In my mind, on game planning, I'm going to maybe show him CFG term. And I might even throw in the return of premium, right? He's a non-smoker. So, he's 30-something. He's got kids. I'm going to talk about him taking care of his kids. See, I'm kind of like thinking, what am I going to do for this guy? As far as the phone call, that's it. I verify information. I say, Joe, Mary, Ken, Ken. I'm with the Mortgage Protection Department. Look, I got a stack of these on my desk. I'm just going through them right now. And look, I was going to book New Year's Day. And he was like, New Year's Day? It's like, oh, yeah. I mean, you know what he said? He goes, yeah, I know how it is. All these days are running together. Relatability remark. Just kind of joking with him, just being easygoing. Let's have a conversation, man. How many times have you gotten the phone out of conversation with your friends? You're not doing anything different here. You're just having a conversation. You're just like, don't be, hello, my name is Alex. I'm with the Mortgage Protection Department, and I'm following a script. I know you understand I am following a script, so you better book an appointment with me because my script is supposed to work. No. Man, it's like you're having a conversation with a buddy. They just don't know that you're their buddy yet. And you don't know if they're your buddy because you only are buddies with people that care for their families. I'm not buddies with people who don't care about their families. So I'm just checking out if they want to be my buddy. Oh, man, there's so much in there. A lot of it is like you're fearful of getting on the phone and dialing a lead when the fear is fake. How do I take the fear away? The way I do it is I look, Ken needs my help. Lord, let me help him. And so all of a sudden, it's not on me, I'll put it in God's hands. And when I put it in God's hands, all I got to do is physically dial the phone 3 times. If they don't answer, they don't. If they do, I do my script, right? I verify the information. I find when they're available. I banter if they're bantering type people. And then I booked an appointment. Woo! Okay. I could do this like the rest of the morning. I could probably book, 10 appointments in the next 3 hours if I had, had enough leads. Okay. Does anyone can chat at me any questions? Anybody have any questions on the phone call? You just never. I was going to do this boring lecture. This is how you do a phone call. When they answer the phone, you say this. When you do this, and you verify the information. So it's kind of cool that it worked out like that. I did not plan on it, by the way. Seriously, I did not plan on it. Let me put this lead in my appointment file. Okay, seriously. If you can book appointments, you can get wealthy. You can do this thing. Oh my gosh. And am I going to take care of him? I hope so, but maybe not. Maybe he doesn't even show up. Maybe he forgets, because I am booking a little bit more than 24, 48 hours, right? That's why I said Sunday and Monday. And notice I put a window of time. I get, sometimes it's an hour between 6 and 7. Sometimes it's a couple hours between 3 and 5, because it's an hour and a half away from me. It's between 3 and 5. Gives me a chance to get up there, and it's snowing outside. So I might have to drive through the snow, So I'm giving me a bigger window. But the reason why I get windows, because if I was going to book around that appointment, I'm going to tell him, for example, Sunday, I say between 3 and 5. The next person I book, I'm going to say between 4 and 6. The next person I book, it might be between 1 and 3. Notice I have an hour overlap. And the reason why I have overlap, it allows me to go over there early if I get no-showed the previous appointment, right? So I can come in later. It gives me fudge factors, so I can sit down with somebody. I can book a bunch of appointments together. Really, literally, I can go an hour apart. I can book a 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And if I tell each one, hey, I'll be there between 12 and 2. I'll be there between 1 and 3. I'll be there between 2 and 4. I'll be there between 3 and 5. Then I can manage my calendar. So, because people say, well, it takes an hour and a half appointment. What if it takes a half hour to get to your next appointment? That's why I do windows of time. That's just my technique. Book 24, 48 hours ahead. He's going to be a little bit out there. So what I might do is I might text him on New Year's Day. Hey, Ken, by the way, just, I'm coming out, because it's more than 24, 48. If it's 24 to 48, then I won't double check with them. But I want to make sure I'm going out there for a reason. If it's beyond that, I might verify it, okay? But I know it might be soft. So if I'm continuing to dial today, I might double book that appointment. If I have to do it on Tuesday, I might have to double book that appointment. So I might actually have 2 appointments between 6 and 8 on Tuesday night, right? So that's another scheduling technique that allows you to be very productive when you go out, then give you the fudge factor that you need. It could be 2 hours, it could be a 1 hour window, between 6 and 7. Okay, so you got an hour fudge. Okay, but notice I didn't try to do any slick objection handling, because I'm just trying to teach you to get on the phone and have confidence so you can get on the Decom phone, man, because it's so simple. God, I was not that good, but I found someone who picked up the phone and who was interested in sitting down with me. Okay, woo! All right. We got the sales thing done on the phone call.